Hello there, today I'm going to talk about the Sebo E3 Premium Boost. This is really, for us, this is the top of the range model for Sebo cylinders. And we're going to find out a bit more about it, we're going to give it a try. You'll be buying the version 2. There's been a couple of previous versions of this machine, they all look the same, but we are going to specifically, if you buy one today, it's going to be a version 2. I'm going to actually start out by doing something that other people don't do. I'm going to start out by telling you who shouldn't buy this machine. And based on our experience, elderly people are going to find this machine too heavy and too difficult to maneuver. Experience has taught us this. We've sold them to one or two elderly people and they've wanted to return them because they found them too hard to use. So unless you're used to a quite heavy, sturdy machine, then this probably isn't for you. But for everybody else, I'm going to tell you all about it. One of the things that Sebo do with their cylinder machines, and they do this with some of the uprights as well, they have a large array of models, loads of different colours, loads of different editions and different series. So what we tend to do, we tend to simplify it. They do a small K machine, which is a little bit small and asthmatic for most people in our opinion. We sell those, we sell one of them actually, and you'll find that on another part of our channel. They sell the D machine. There's a D for domestic and there's the D8 and the D9 commercial. We have a D8 over there. They're a really big cylinder machine. Unless you want a really big machine, they're probably not for you. And the little K is not for you. And that brings us to the E series, which we have here. Now, we don't stock the whole huge range of loads of different colours and versions. We just stock the two best sellers. So there's this, the E3 Premium Boost, which is really the flagship. And there's one over here, which I'll do another video on, which is the E1 Pet, the black one you see on the cube there. So the main difference between the Pet and this white E3 Premium Boost is the motorized head. So this is a twin motor machine. There's one motor in the machine itself. There's another motor in the head. Now I've talked about this head before. It's called an ET1 head. You get it. It's the same head actually that you get on the commercial Dart models. Same head, different colour. And they use it on a few models. And it's been around since Adam was a lad. It's a cracking head. Very versatile. It's height adjustable for different floor types. There's a little dial on the front, 4 settings. The brush roll underneath, you can take it out for cleaning very easily. It's really a very user serviceable machine. Now there is a boost function on these machines, which I'm going to show you in a little while. And some people get a bit confused about what that actually is. A few years ago, the EU foisted upon us a 900-watt limit for vacuum cleaners, and that, even though we're not in the EU anymore, that limit is still in force in this country. So what Sebo did to get around it is they added a temporary boost up to 1200 watts. So when you're using the machine, what you can do, you can on the new version 2, you'll press the button a couple of times, the blue light will start flashing on the machine and it'll take it up to 1200 watts. And it'll run at 1200 watts, I think for 3 or 4 minutes. Then it'll drop back down again. You can turn it back on again. That's really what the boost feature is. You may or may not need to use it. It depends what type of floor coverings you're going to use the machine on. And that brings me on to another question. Floor coverings. These are not suitable for resin floors. Don't ask me why. Sebo say they're not, so they're not. And very deep pile carpets. Our recommendation, if you've got very deep pile carpets, is really buy an X series, the uprights that self-levels. But on reasonably deep pile carpets, you can use these because they have a speed control on them and they have a height control, and you can play around between the two to make it so it's not going to be too hard to push. But hard floors, normal carpets, mats, rugs, everything else with that motorized head that you can turn on and off, these are very versatile, and these are our best selling cylinder machine. So we're going to put some powder on the floor, going to give it a try, show you how it works, and then I'll talk to you some more about it afterwards. So there's a couple of elements to this machine when you come to turn it on. The main button on the machine there that you've just seen light up, that's like the standby button. The controls on the handle here turn it on, that's where the speed control is. And when you actually recline the machine, and you can turn it on and off on a little switch here. That's then what turns the head on. The one I'm showing you here is actually not the version 2, it's a slightly older one. Functionally, it's pretty much the same. In a while, I'll show you the new controls on the handle. I'm just going to show you really how the machine performs on the carpet. Let's talk about tools. You can separate the wand like this, so you just have the handle. You get with it a little crevice tool, so you can get into the sofa, stairs, areas like that. On the back is a little upholstery tool as well that goes on there, that's quite good. You get a little triangle dusting brush with one of these, the same, similar to what you get on most Sebos. A little dusting brush, so they come with 3 onboard tools. We sell a huge range of other tools on our website. We sell extension tubes, we sell soft dusting brushes, things to do your dashboard, your blinds, stuff like that. If you're coming out of a Dyson into a Sebo, we sell a whole adapter set that you can use all your old Dyson tools on your Sebo. When the bag's full, it's going to tell you, there's a little indicator here. When you go to empty the bag, 3.5 litre bag is just in there. Pop out the bag, bung a new one in. You don't have to think too much about the filters on these. Obviously, there's no cyclones to wash because it's a bagged machine, so they are pretty maintenance free. The air belt on the side, or with what wraps all the way around the machine, the reason it's called an air belt is because, as we know, the air goes up the tube and into the machine, and it expels around the side here, so that the exhausted air comes out around the side, and behind all this is like a foam padding. So when you're wheeling it around and it bumps onto your furniture and things like that, it isn't going to damage it or mark your paintwork particularly, due to the nature of that air belt. And because it's on little wheels like that, you can pull it around behind you wherever you go. Now I'm going to mention something else. I've said it before, but I'm going to say it again, and that is weight. If you're going to take this machine up the stairs, you're going to carry both parts together like that, it's going to be 9 or 10 kilos in weight. And like I've said, if you're an elderly person or somebody that's got problems maybe with your joints or your elbows or your wrists or anything like that, then this machine is probably not going to be for you. You're going to struggle getting it up and down the stairs, and you're going to struggle manoeuvring it and storing it and so on. And that's something that we do tell people that others don't. We do seek to avoid returns because returns cost money, and if we have too many of them, it means the price of the product goes up. You'll find that we are very, very keenly priced on these, and indeed with most Sebos. And the reason for that is we try and give people as much information as possible before they buy, so that returns, hopefully, are not necessary. If you just want to try one and see what you think, I'll be honest with you, go and get one from John Lewis or buy one off Amazon or go to your local Euronics dealer, go somewhere, pay a little bit more, so those choices are factored into the price that you pay. If you're going to buy one online from us, I would prefer that you've actually watched the video in full, you're pretty sure it's for you, and you're making an informed buying decision. So do remember, please, about the weight of the machine. 9 or 10 kilos, you're going to carry it upstairs. It may or may not be for you. For everyone else, I'm not trying to talk the machine down there, I'm just trying to actually dissuade the people for whom it's not suitable for. For everybody else, this is a cracking machine. As I say, this is our best-selling cylinder by far. So if you do want a cylinder machine, but you want one that has the versatility of an electrically driven brush roll like an upright machine would be, and you haven't got, when you're just using the handle, you haven't got the weight that you might have on some uprights. So that's okay. And you've got the maneuverability of the head that moves like so. This little lip that's stuck out here allows you to get under the edges of radiators, under the edges of furniture. And the fact that you can go absolutely flat to the floor means you can get under beds and under bookcases and other tight spaces. And of course, if you just want to go up your stairs, you can put that to one side, put one of your choice of tools on, and carry it with you up the stairs. We even sell long extension tubes and other things that you can bung on the end of this. You can put dusting brushes on the end of it, and you can get up to very high spaces in the home. If you've got high vaulted ceilings or anything like that, we've got things you can add 2 or 3 together. Have a look on the website, you'll see them. We've got other videos all about them. You can get 10-15 feet in the air if you need to. So we've got something for everything that makes this machine do whatever you want it to do. I'm just going to show you the functionality of this new version 2 handle with the switches on. When you turn, you'll see a plus and a minus here, and you'll see this little switch. This little switch is what turns the head on and off. So you may choose to leave that on like a lot of people do. When you press the plus button, the machine comes on at its normal full speed, and then use the minus button, you can turn it down if you need to, like this. Down to nothing. If I turn it on again and then I hold the plus button, that's when the boost comes on that I talked to you about before, and you may hear the note of the machine change. So that's an easy explanation of the handle. Also, when the boost is on, you will see the little blue LED in here flash like this. One of the final things to discuss is warranty. Like with any domestic Sebo, people in the UK get a 5-year warranty, which is direct to Sebo UK. You're not ringing call centres in India or anything like that. If you have a problem with this machine, you ring somebody down south, you'll speak to a normal person, they'll solve the problem. Sebo are really, really good at the warranty. We send a few of these to the Republic of Ireland as well. That's worth a little mention. You can't check out from there on our site, you have to contact us. But we do send these to the Republic of Ireland, and we have a facility where you can pay in euros too. But the warranty is a little bit shorter. I think it's 2 years for the Republic of Ireland. So email us about that if you're from there, and we can tell you all about what we do to get machines to you at the right price there. But yes, 5 years warranty for most people. And as I've said before, this is our best-selling cylinder machine, and because of the amount of Sebos that we sell, we're one of the largest Sebo dealers in the north. Well, we are the largest in the north. We're one of the largest in the country. Because we buy so many Sebos, the price you see on our website will be cheaper than you're going to see elsewhere. And yes, that's correct. It's not a mistake. You don't have to email us to say, is it the same one we see on Sebo's sites? Because we get those emails every day. Why do they charge this and you charge that? Well, because we sell a lot, and we work on small margins, and that's why I've spoke to you previously about returns, how we seek to avoid them. It's one of the ways that we keep the prices down. If you think one of these is for you, you can check out on our site and you'll get delivery with Royal Mail, tracked Royal Mail 24. So thank you for watching. If you've got any other questions about this machine, if you're watching this on YouTube, you can use the comment box below. Tell me what you think. Tell me if you think I've missed anything. Tell me your own experience with it. If you're watching this embedded into the product listing in our site, then if you've got any other questions, go on the contact us, send us an email, and we'll be glad to help you. Thank you for watching.